Hello, everybody. Hello. This is Miguel A. Nunez Jr. You guys know me from television, from movies, films. And I am here at home. And this is what I do, y'all. I like to talk to my peeps. I like to talk to my fans. And I am getting text. Oh, God, I hate the sound of that, don't you? Anyway, listen, I am here tonight to talk to you about this Michael Jackson situation. So I'm going to get into it, but I'm going to give it a few more minutes so everybody can tag in and log on, and they can share this video because I got some interesting take on this thing. And I heard something today that really blew my mind. And talking to my daughters, and I see how much they are influenced by the internet and how much they are influenced by what they read on social media and how we seem to be captivated by this social media shit. So that's what I'm gonna talk about because I am really embarrassed that I have allowed myself, and I think that I'm really a reasonable person, that I have allowed myself to fall into that same trap. And I have been doing that. Salute, King. Bertha. Thank you, Bertha. I've fallen into that same exact trap that I be preaching to my daughters about every single day. Good evening, Dual Victory. Make sure you guys hit that video for me. I need you to share this. I need you to let everybody know Joanna Man Miguel Nunez is on right now, FlyNubianKingTV.com. FlyNubianKingTV.com. You can do that while you're doing that. Hit your relatives, hit your inbox, all of that shit. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, like the video, share the video, and then I'm gonna be coming here bringing some people in here. Like we had a cooking class one day, and you know I'm trying to learn how to eat healthy, so we do all kinds of stuff here. Brother, not Bertha, brother. Okay, brother. So anyway, guys. So again, make sure you guys subscribe to FlyNubianKingTV.com. Also, sister station over there, FlyNubianQueen.com. Tell you queens about that. But I wanted to talk to you guys about, this Mike. It's sad because Michael's not here to defend himself. And that is my whole entire issue with this. And how the news and the net and all. And now listen, it's like I've fallen victim of it because I'm a big, huge Michael Jackson fan. I was a really good friend of Michael Jackson. And to this day, I still don't believe it 100%. I still don't believe it. I still don't believe it. I don't care what anybody says. I knew Michael Jackson and I know how he was, but I don't know. I mean, I'm 90. I used to be 100. Thank you, Carl Jameson, for one king to another. I salute you, brother. And I'm not saying that Michael Jackson isn't guilty. I'm just saying I respect, loved, I knew him as a friend. I personally don't believe it's true. Okay? I personally don't believe that it's true. Now, with that, I have been, good evening, beautiful people, Dual Victory. With that, I have allowed the internet and all, now, when you were kids, they would do this little experiment in class and in school where they would whisper something in one person's ear. And they're supposed to whisper it all around the room. And how it changes so much from the original thing that it was said to where it get over here. Everybody can hear, and it go right into their ears, and it comes out different. What up, homie? I'm aboard. Smoke glass. What up? I'll talk to you today. So anyway, think about that. Think about in the school how when you tell something to somebody in their ear here, and they're supposed to whisper it around the room, it's never the same when it gets around to the end of the class. Now think about that same thing with the millions and millions and millions and millions of ears that the internet supposed to represent. And it's the exact same thing. We are so inundated with bullshit and all of this stuff. And instead of us sticking together, you know what I'm saying? What up, homie? It's like when instead of us sticking together, and I hate to say it because I'm not one of those white people, black people, white people, black people, white people, black people. I think we're all one people. I think we're all one people. You got to remember, we're all on this little bitty planet. A whole race since the beginning of time. Carl Johnson, they have. Listen, we are always the original, the kings and queens. They know it. We know it. It's not a secret. And the most important thing is not that we know it. It's the most important thing is we start to act like and have it on the inside. That's where it counts. When you have pride in yourself, nothing can stop. I was homeless. I was eating out of the trash downtown Los Angeles. I ran away with $3 left when I got here and ran away from home with $3. And I had made 3 bologna sandwiches and I got on a bus. And that's exactly how I did. How are you playing the clip? Oh, from your phone? Yes. But I just always, even when I was homeless, when I was living in, eating out of the trash, I would like try to fix myself the best I could. But I carried myself like I had $1 million. I carried myself like I had $1 million. There was time I was so hungry, even when I started to come up and got my career started going, I would be in all these big ass Hollywood parties, all of these. And the reason I became best friends with Eddie Murphy, Rick James, you name it, Rod Stewart. I'd kick it in. I can tell you some stories about that. Everybody back then. And this is before, well, I became Dr. Buss's personal assistant. I was the Laker man back then. That's how I got to know everybody. But I was the inside scoop for the Lakers. We'll get into that one day. But I would be homeless, had nowhere, I was no money, hadn't eaten in 2 or 3 days, and end up at one of those Hollywood parties. And everybody would think I was a celebrity's son because they were like, who is this guy with this smile and this attitude and just so upbeat? Because you don't have to let your circumstances dictate how you act, feel, and enjoy life. If I had done that, I'd have been miserable and I'd have spent my whole life thinking about this and all of this bullshit. That's what people do. I didn't do that at all. I could be in the worst situation and you would never freaking know it. But let's get back to Michael Jackson. My problem with this Michael Jackson thing, facts, yes, Carlton Wade won, is, and I'm gonna play something for you guys, and I want you to hear it for your damn self, because this is why I think it's so important. And I want you guys to let me know if you can hear it. Everybody let me know if you can hear it.
That's why I wrote the column.
Listen to this.
However, that column was written a couple of days ago, and I'm not sure I would write the same column today, because I am quite sure that one of the two guys in that HBO quote-unquote documentary, Wade Robson, is not telling the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
And why do you say that?
Let me put it this way. If he is telling the truth, then we might as well throw away the entire judicial system, because there is absolutely positively no way for an accused person to defend themselves.
Exactly.
Because the Wade Robson story is,
listen to this,
on paper, is a complete joke.
Okay.
And I purposely went into watching the Neverland movie. I don't want to call it a documentary because it's ridiculously one-sided, even
Yes.
if Jackson is guilty. And let me just say, I hate this subject, Glenn. I hate being the person that has to stand up and say, wait a minute, but no one else wants to do this. And I mean, you said I'm unpopular. That's even with my own wife.
You know what he just said? He said no one else wants to do this. And that should not be the case. Yo, man, I gotta say this and I don't give a damn. We seem to throw our people under the bus so quickly. Where the hell is the Woody Allen documentary? Where's the Charlie Sheen? Listen to me, the man who started this entire movement, Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein. Where is his documentary? Where is Harvey Weinstein? He has 300 and something movies. They haven't pulled one fucking Harvey Weinstein movie from anywhere. They have not pulled any of Harvey Weinstein movies. They haven't pulled any of Charlie Sheen shows. They pull Cosby shows. They pull Michael Jackson music. They pull R. Kelly music. The fuck? Are you kidding me? Think about it. Why aren't they pulling Harvey Weinstein? He started the whole shit. Harvey Weinstein started the entire Me Too movement and just out there rolling like a big dog. All his movies are still going. They're not pulling them because it's so much money. It doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. I don't even want to go down that alley, but that is an actual fact. And you hear what that man said? He said that no one wants to do it, and that shouldn't be the case. I'm not saying that we as black people should condone anything. I don't think we should condone any right or any wrong, but if anybody on this planet should stand up for the rule of law and the fact that a person should be innocent until proven guilty, Whatever you say the facts are, whatever the internet says the facts are at the present, everybody and everything is an allegedly. Now, it doesn't matter what the people come out and say. I don't want to hear nothing about some man talking about, oh, on the news today with Gloria Allred. Oh, yeah, I just found another tape. I had the other tape. I found another tape. And then I had some tapes in the house, but I never looked at them. So I found another tape, and it's R. Kelly. And so I decided to go find this Avalanche Chaser Gloria Allred. And that man had to have known he had that tape. He's jumping on the bandwagon. And if he does have a tape with a young girl on there with R. Kelly, he should be arrested for having that tape. Okay? This long. If you never watched it, then why are you watching it now? How did you know now? Come on, this is all bullshit. Now, I'm not saying R. Kelly is innocent by any means whatsoever. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And when there's a lot of freaking smoke, there is some fire. Now, that's all I'm saying about that. I'm not saying R. Kelly is guilty. I'm not saying R. Kelly is innocent. And I'm just going to wait till the whole thing comes out in court. But I will tell you one thing. I'm still gonna listen to the R. Kelly music I got. I'm separating the music from the man. I don't think his artistry, I'm separating the music from the man. I don't have to buy anything else he does or whatever if he's found guilty, but I'm not gonna stop listening to the stuff that I have on neither Michael Jackson, period. And we as black people should all go out and buy Michael Jackson shit. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous that they're pulling Michael Jackson. See what they're doing with Michael in Europe? Think about what they're doing in Europe. They're putting it all on buses. Innocent. Facts over lies. The people, the fans of Europe have more backbone than the black folks here in America. It's ridiculous. We fall for every little thing the internet tells us. And I felt so bad that I've been falling off for it. Now let's hear what he just said. Let's keep listening to the rest of this. What he says about the guys, because I didn't know some of this shit. What he says about the guys in this documentary, which I didn't know. It's obvious to me after looking at it that they're lying. Now, I kind of had a feeling that maybe they were lying, but then there was a little bit of me that thought maybe these guys are telling the truth. And that's exactly the danger of it. And then you notice how they got Gayle King to do R. Kelly. You see how they got Oprah to do these guys. And it's always using us to bring each other down. So let's hear some more of this because I think it's really important. And I'm going to keep going. But hold on, before I keep going, make sure you guys do me a favor. Hit the hands up, hit the thumbs up, like the video, share the video. I'm gonna give you a few minutes to share it. You sharing? Okay, good. Share the video, like the video, subscribe to FlyNubianKingTV.com. FlyNubianKingTV.com. Now listen to this. Now keep listening, yo.
I mean, my wife is furious at me on this one. But I'm telling you, the Wade Robson story, my dog in this hunt is not Michael Jackson. I don't care about Michael Jackson. I care about the truth, and I really, really care about the rules we're creating for how we evaluate these kind of stories. Agreed. Because that is radically changing in a very dangerous way. Mm-hmm. And if the Wade Robson story is allowed to stand, then I seriously, Glenn, I do not know how a rich, famous person is able to defend themselves against any.
Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? If this stuff allows to stand the way it is, as a celebrity, that's why I'm saying it is so dangerous right now. It is so dangerous right now for celebrity because if it's allowed to stand, think about it. R. Kelly did hit on a little point that he is stressing right now. If this is allowed to stand, if we can just throw any kind of bullshit against the wall and all the kind of shit and everybody jump on the bandwagon and make it big and the press blow it out before anybody's even been to court. It's going to be hard, like he's saying right now. A celebrity in this bit, I'm glad I'm on my way. I mean, I'm saying I'm on my way to retirement. I'm going to find me an island somewhere, definitely if Trump gets reelected. But let's hear this now.
Michael Jackson could be guilty as hell, and HBO's Leaving Neverland would still be unfair. Those are the words of John Ziegler. Welcome to the program, John.
Glenn, I'm going to, because it's ridiculously one-sided, even if Jackson is guilty. Let me just say, I hate this subject, Glenn. I hate being the person that has to stand up and say, wait a minute, but no one else wants to do this. And, I mean, you said I'm unpopular. That's even with my own wife. I mean, my wife is furious at me on this one. But I'm telling you, the Wade Robson story, my dog in this hunt is not Michael Jackson. I don't care about Michael Jackson. I care about the truth, and I really, really care about the rules we're creating for how we evaluate these kind of stories, because that is radically changing in a very dangerous way. And if the Wade Robson story is allowed to stand, then I seriously, Glenn, I do not know how a rich, famous person is able to defend themselves against any allegation, because I have evaluated these kind of stories for years now, and this one is the most inexplicable that I have ever seen.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Well, because, I mean, in all seriousness, again, he could be telling the truth, but if he is, then on what basis would any story ever be discredited? I could talk to you for hours about this, but let me just give you a couple of highlights. I mean, here's a guy who, I'm forgetting about the fact that at 12 years old, he testified in a civil complaint that Jackson never did anything to him, and he was the greatest thing ever. I'm discounting that, okay? He's 12 years old and supposedly still being abused. But at 22 years old, as an adult celebrity, okay, people need to understand, he's a celebrity. This is a guy who allegedly broke up Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake because he had an affair with Britney Spears. Now, right there, that's confidence, folks. That is not consistent with what we're told is a sex abuse victim. This is a worldly guy at 22 in the midst of a massive criminal trial. He is not just a witness for Michael Jackson. He's Michael Jackson's first defense witness. I know Michael Jackson's attorney, Tom Mesereau, very well here in Los Angeles. Tom Mesereau is a brilliant guy. He believes Michael Jackson is innocent. I do not know if he is or not. I'm agnostic on that issue. But as far as Wade Robson, there is no way in hell that Tom Mesereau or Michael Jackson, if he's a criminal mastermind, is going to put Wade Robson on the stand first in his criminal trial if he's abused him for 7 years, and that Tom Mesereau, who has interviewed him vigorously, his family vigorously, is going to put him on the stand first. This is the testimony, which was vigorously defending Jackson, is only one of 1,000 data points that continue well after the trial and well after Jackson's death, that Robson was never abused. After Jackson dies, Robson issues one of the most ebullient pro-Jackson statements I've ever heard anyone give. He's the greatest human being that's ever lived. He writes a chapter in a book eulogizing Michael Jackson. He attends his funeral. And then it only shifts immediately after, when Michael Jackson is dead and Robson loses out on the job to choreograph a Cirque du Soleil Michael Jackson show in Las Vegas. And then he sues for millions of dollars. The first time he ever tells a story to anyone. And in the course of that lawsuit, the discovery shows how he created his story. And, even I, in my column, I don't think I accurately described how that lawsuit got adjudicated. It got adjudicated because of statute of limitations concerns, and that sounds like, there was nothing about the merit. That's not really accurate. What really happened is it was statute of limitations concern, and then when he tried to figure out a loophole around the statute of limitations, the judge determined that he had blatantly perjured himself, as proven by emails, and threw out his entire testimony. Wow. I mean, so if Wade Robson is to be believed and accepted in a documentary with zero pushback, zero skeptical questioning, zero informing the audience in the first hour of some of these basic facts, then I really, honestly, Glenn, I do not know how anyone years later can possibly defend themselves. And again, I don't care about Michael Jackson, and I hate.
That's the saddest shit I ever heard. because everything is so twisted. And I know so many people who believe those guys. And I know so many people tell me, you know what, he just looks so credible. He looks so credible. And, you know, I can see it in his eyes and all of that shit. And I can do that right now. I can do that right now. I can do that right now and make you think that all of this and all of this. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's horrible what is going on, and I am ashamed of myself that I fell into that same trap that I talked to my kids about, going on the internet and believing everything they freaking hear, and that I started to fall into that same trap and watching this and started thinking, you know, and having all these doubts when I've already done that and I've already went through in my mind. And I know that one guy's lying that he was just speaking about. I mean, I can't say I know. I can honestly say I know, but I'm almost 100% positive that he is lying. And I don't know. I'm not saying Michael Jackson is innocent or guilty for you to believe. I'm just telling you what I believe. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind about what they believe, but I just don't want you to start to believe everything that we hear on the internet and start to jump on the bandwagon upon our people. Michael Jackson is not here to defend himself. And it's so easy for you to come out now, boy, and start saying Michael did this and Michael did that when he's not here to defend himself. And that's the worst thing we can do, is to give him the platform of any form of support whatsoever. And whether we know it or not, by tweeting anything that is not, and tweeting anything that is not pro innocent until proven guilty, pro give it a chance, to just the same system, the justice system, the same thing we hear on the other side, to give justice a chance, you know what I'm saying, let the court of law work. Instead of us doing that, we attack our people, and then we stop playing R. Kelly music, and we stop doing this Michael Jackson, and we stop. How about we wait and we stand with, and tell them, and then, you know what, let the court system play it out. But we don't need to be attacking our own people. We shouldn't be attacking anybody. Honestly, everybody deserves the right to be innocent until proven guilty. And Michael Jackson went to court for all of that stuff. And like this guy said, all of this stuff he just broke down to you guys. He just broke it down. He broke it down. All of the points that absolutely signify that this guy, well, I can't think of the guy's name you said, signifies that this guy's, he gave one of the best eulogies ever. A whole paragraph. And this is not when he was 12. Like he said, he disregarded what the boy said was 12 when he went on the stand and defended Michael. Okay, so maybe he was a boy at 12, and, you know, maybe he was still under the spell, you know, whatever they says. But he's gone now. And what I'm saying is, now that he's not here to defend himself, you want to come out and you can say anything now, because now he's not here to defend himself. And like he said, even at the interview, nobody was able to ask him questions. All they did was sit on the stage and spew their shit. And no one said, okay, excuse me, hello. Now, if it would have had been a question and answer thing, that would have been much better. That would have been much better. Because then you could have asked them questions. You know, why you didn't this, and why you didn't that, and why you didn't this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't say you was in love. I just don't believe it. And I think we're doing a disservice to our own people in the long run by always jumping on the bandwagon to attack. Jumping on the bandwagon. And like I said, just think about that little bitty test we used to do in school. When you tell somebody something in their ear, and it's supposed to go around the room, and when you get to the other side, it's always something different. Now, you got to remember, that's the same thing that happens with the internet. When something goes out, it goes out to millions and millions and millions of ears. And that goes out, and then, that's right, bandwagon. It goes out, but then everybody is saying something different. Everybody say, oh yeah, R. Kelly got he keep girls tied up in the dungeon. Woo, Lord, R. Kelly got tied up in the dungeon. None of that shit happened. I'm not saying that he's not guilty either. I mean, I'm not saying that he's not guilty. I'm not saying that, but I'm gonna wait for the court. He was already accused, and we know where R. Kelly stands. I think R. Kelly is and this is my own personal opinion, but like I said again, I'm not going to tweet it. I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to just tell you, I believe 99.9% that he's guilty. But again, I am not going to be saying anything negative about my boy. I'm going to let the courts play out. And I do believe that R. Kelly, the parents are 50-50 guilty as R. Kelly is. The parents are 50-50 as guilty as R. Kelly is. Because there's no such thing that R. Kelly had him in a cult. That's some ignorant bullshit. R. Kelly had a cult. R. Kelly didn't have a cult. R. Kelly had a lot of money and some fly rap. And, you know, he's probably abusive if that's what they say. I don't know, but I guarantee you it was no damn cult. It's no cult, but we got into it. We got a dungeon. He tied girls up, and he got a dungeon, and he don't feed them. And we just fed all into it. And then we just help spread the rumors. The bigger we make it, the more it becomes. And got that boy on TV crying and crying on TV. I just didn't like it, and I still don't like it. But listen to me. I'm going to tell you one thing I want you to like is hit this video. Hit that thumbs up button video. Like it. Subscribe. R. Kelly. Oh, I'm going to read this. I say that again, y'all. I'm sorry. Hit the video. The little thumbs up. Like the video. Share the video. Make sure you subscribe to FlyNubianKingTV.com, guys. FlyNubianKingTV.com. And I'm going to answer some of y'all questions about this right now, but I want to finish playing this. Okay, wait. Smoke Glass, why Robert Kelly was slanted until he's proven to be guilty. He must wait for the judgment. I agree with you, Smoke Glass. It was also, just like he said, it was tilted. Oprah owed MJ kids an apology. Wait, I'm going to get on to that too. Let's get on Oprah, but you're right. Smoke Glass, you're absolutely right. But let me get back to you saying Oprah. I was a little offended by the fact that Oprah was going to do this entire thing, because I thought Oprah was a really good friend of Michael's, and I thought Michael loved. I know Michael loved Oprah, respected Oprah, and I thought they were really good friends. And I thought Oprah was giving these guys a forum. Unabated forum to spew their lies, and which, after I saw it, I was just absolutely, I flipped. I flipped because I thought she was going to be, well, I can't say I flipped 100%, because I still think she gave them a forum. I think she gave them a forum to spew that unabated, where nobody can ask them questions. And she didn't ask them. She asked them little questions and let them go ahead and speak, but she didn't. There wasn't any questions about what their responses were. So there was none of that. But I do think I went back and I kind of retracted, because I did like the way she handled the whole thing and what the whole thing was about. And it was about abuse victims who may be in that type of a situation that they were in, and the whole audience was abuse victims. And I thought that was a really good form. But my problem with it is she didn't need them. She didn't need them. She didn't need to give them that form, because it was still big news. I really believe that they were there because of the ratings. People wanted to see them. It was ratings and the big thing, and they just grabbed it because it was the HBO thing and it was the hottest thing on. So we got to have them. But I think if she had just played the fact that Oprah Winfrey is going to be talking about the same thing, that abuse victims, and we're going to have a whole audience full of people, men that were abused, blah 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 blah. You would have promoted it that way. I think she could have still had the exact same audience, and maybe even more, without giving those guys the forum to say this stuff about somebody who's not here to defend themselves. That part I had a problem with, even though I loved the way she conducted the interview, and I didn't see a lot of attacking Michael. I didn't by her. I didn't see her pushing the issue about Michael when they brought up something. She actually went away from it, from its reference to Michael, to the actual reference of that situation and how it affected the people there and blah, 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 blah. So she took that stuff they said, but still they had the forum to say that stuff without being questioned about it. But one of the good things about it is, and it's like this particular columnist has taken them to task because of it. And hopefully this as well, and others who are now starting to take them to task for it, will start to bring by some kind of fair and honest reporting. Don't give up on our boy MJ. I'm never going to stop buying MJ music. I'm never going to stop buying playing MJ music. And I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. And like I said, I don't know if you guys were here when I told you about this story. I don't know who the guy was, but he was a detective who had got fed up with Michael Jackson beating child molestation because he really believed, hi Creole Queen, he really believed that Michael was guilty, and he was rich and he was fed up and Michael was getting off. So he sold his businesses and shit in his house, and he was going to take, if it took him 3-5 years, he was going to investigate it, and he was going to prove, and he was going to bring the proof to court where he did all of that. And once he finished, yes, Emerson, you remember Emerson Mallory? Yeah, and when he did finish his report, he was thoroughly and 100% convinced that Michael Jackson was guilty. And when you hear, I'll try to find it, and he was like, it is a travesty what they have done to this man. It is a travesty what they have done to this man. And that was what he said. I'm going to read something else to you guys too. I want you guys to, but while I'm looking for it, I want you guys to make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you like this video, and make sure you share this video. Where is it? Here we go. Only in America, okay? Only in America can you be exonerated 10 times over in a court of law. Have your name raided, have your home raided, like you Osama bin Laden, and the authorities found nothing. Saw Michael Jackson. Have the FBI investigate you for over 10 years, along with Child Protective Services. For 10 years. And they find nothing. I'm going to go back before I continue. You have your home raided by the authorities. They find nothing. The FBI investigate you for over 10 years, along with Child Protective Services, in which they found nothing. Have factual proof of your innocence, yet the words of discredited accusers are automatically believed and pushed by the mainstream media and other figures in Hollywood. Everybody texting and everybody texting. We're witnessing the destruction of truth. That is the damage that Donald Trump has brought to America. We're looking at the total destruction of truth. The alternate truth, whatever the stupid Trump administration is going, and he lies perpetually. He's making lying become, it's like the stuff comes from the top down. Lying become the part of America. Just liars. And we're doing the same thing. We're becoming a perpetuation of all the ignorance that we see on and we hear and we get across our PDAs, across all of our shit. We have to stop and start standing up, standing behind, and standing with our brothers and sisters. Because listen, I'm not saying you have to accept anybody's guilt. You don't have to accept anybody. You don't have to say, well, because they're black, I believe they're innocent. Not at all. But I am sure that if you are black, you probably heard this from your mother at some point in some time. If you don't have nothing nice to say about somebody, just don't say anything at all. It is simple as that. I keep seeing orbs. If you don't have anything nice to say about someone, then don't say anything at all. It is that simple. And no, but we don't want to do that. We want to get in on the bandwagon. Oh, yeah, that motherfucker did that. Yeah, he did that. I believe that. No, that is shit. All of that because we want to be in. We want to be in on it. And whether you know or not, that is cursing. Cursing is talking down and talking negative to people, because when Jesus was going down the road and he passed the fig tree and the fig tree was bearing no fruit, he said he cursed it. He said, may thee wither and die. Talking down and talking negative is cursing. Shit, damn, fuck, all that are just man-made vulgar words. But God says you're supposed to keep vulgar words from your mouth, which doesn't make it right. But that's not cursing. But we'll say, oh man, don't curse. I wish somebody just said something. Please say that again, Miguel. Something about R. Kelly. Can you do that again? Anyway, What did you say? Can you find something that's not? Trying to destroy black people's legacy. It really does seem like they're trying to destroy black people's legacy. Cosby, taking off the Cosby Show. Now that means that all those young kids are not going to see it. They're pulling the Cosby Show. All the next generation are not going to see it. They're not going to know that Cosby was the #1 show of ever in history. That's why. That's why. The #1 show in history. And we got to get rid of that. Can't be a black man. Are you out of your damn mind? You out of your mind? That can't be a black man. The #1 comedy in history was a black man show. We cannot have that. So they tacked it. The king of pop. The king of pop. We can't have that. The king of R&B. We can't have that. It does seem like they are going to attack, because like I said, Harvey Weinstein started the entire Me Too movement. Hundreds and hundreds of women, I think. I don't know, shit, however many. I think it's more than R. Kelly. And where's R. Kelly? I haven't seen the Harvey Weinstein. Where is it? Where is it? Where's his documentary? Woody Allen has a little baby in his arms. And then, years later, he got a picture married to her. I think they found pictures, sex pictures on his phone when she was underage or some shit while she was at the house. They haven't pulled this movie. They haven't pulled Harvey Weinstein movies. Harvey Weinstein movies should absolutely, if anybody's shit should be pulled, his movies should be pulled as well. But it's all about money with this industry. They don't care about anything about legacies. They care about legacies and money. We can't have Bill Cosby with the #1 show in the history of television. They took it off. Woody Allen shit they still got. It makes no sense whatsoever. But I think we have been a part of it. And myself in a small way too. We have been a part of it in a small way because we have jumped on the bandwagon of attacking, not even attacking, even if it's not attacking, commenting negatively in a way that may suggest or whatever, as opposed to supporting. That's what I'm saying. 3196. Okay, yes. Okay, so that's what I feel. So guys, I just think we need to leave Michael Jackson alone and don't support these guys until, because I don't get what they're after. If they're not suing the estate, now, if they're suing the estate, it should be tossed the fuck out, because this man, yes, somebody said Elvis, which I'm going to get to that, Emerson Mallory. Elvis married his wife at 14, I think, and he was dating at 13 and 14-year-olds all the time, nothing. Ted Demme was a pervert. Bryan Singer, still making movies. Damn, Smoke Less, you know all about that, huh? Damn, Smoke Less, I am really shocked. You know about that. I told you about the other day, the director of Life. Got into a fight with him on the set because when I was dressed up as a woman, he wants to walk over and grab my ass. First he grabbed my breast, and I'm like, hey, dude, stop. And then he wants to come out later and grab my ass. And I just didn't take it. Then I pushed him off, and then he pushed me back, and we just got into it. Bow, 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 bow. But that's a whole nother story. But I think we don't support our people enough, and I think that we are causing just as much. And like I told you guys before, some of the shit you're hearing and some of this stuff and the negative comments you hearing that you think coming from black people, it's not really black people. Some of those are white people pretending to black people just to stir you. That is what's happening, and you're falling for it. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of white people are on the internet from the far, far right, are on the internet pretending to be black, saying all of this stuff and stuff, just trying to get people riled up. And then on the other side, they're saying all of this stuff, they coming to get you and to get them riled up. That's exactly what's going on, and we're falling into it. Stay the fuck off the internet sometimes, guys. I'm gonna tell you something, one of the best things you'll ever do is disconnect. Like on Friday to Sunday. You're not really in the business unless you got business on the weekend. If you don't, and it really is gonna blow your mind, because I tried it and it was like I see on TV when people kick heroin overdose. It's like for a little while I was like, every 5 minutes you want to check them. You got to keep fighting. 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 Yeah, bro, you were in costume. I sure was in costume when we got into a fight. I was whooping ass while I was in costume. So anyway, uh, yes, and I don't remember the director's name, but yeah, and he just wanted to keep going and wanted to keep grabbing me. And then Eddie Murphy told me I should sue him, but I didn't want to sue. I didn't want to get into all of that because I mean, I'm a man. I handle my business. A lot of that shit in Hollywood doesn't happen to me because I'm from North Carolina. I'm old school. I always had confidence in my abilities. I ain't never expect nobody to give me shit. Damn, man, don't you, Emerson Malley, don't you ever put on another dress again? Well, they want me to do a Juwanna Mann too. So, but I'm gonna be a little old lady this time. But I mean, I'm so confident in my ability, so I never felt like I had to compromise my integrity ever. Because just like when I started out in North Carolina, when I was young, I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt I would be where I am today. I was living in the street, eating out of the trash, the whole line. I knew where I would be where I am to this day. Ever since I was about 3 years old, I knew exactly where I was going to be. It was no doubt in my mind whatsoever. And when you have that kind of confidence in yourself, you never have to compromise your integrity, ever. It's when you compromise your integrity, it's when you feel like you need to do something for something. I ain't never feel like if I didn't get something, I had big movies, a few of them, that I didn't get, and I walk out and forget the shit that I even went on the audition an hour later. And most people would have been thinking about that for 6 months. Damn, shit, I would forget about it an hour later. When you have confidence, you don't compromise. And that's like, what's her name, Monique. I think Monique and Steve Harvey just had a misunderstanding. I think what Steve Harvey meant, I don't think Steve Harvey meant give up your integrity. I don't think that's what he meant. I think because test you, see if you will compromise your beliefs. Absolutely, that'll never compromise my beliefs. But that's the key. Never, ever, ever. I just never had to. That's the bottom line. I never had to. But people always come at me. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I never went through any of that bullshit. I don't know if I did, actually, because I was so naive. I didn't even know if I wouldn't even have known. But I knew where I was going to be. I ain't need nobody to give me shit. I ain't ask nobody for shit. I ain't let nobody, all the famous people that I knew, I ain't never asked nobody to help me get nothing. But let's get back to Monique. Now, Monique, what Steve meant was, and this is really true, y'all. The entertainment industry is one of the only business, and no, I never had to do it. This entertainment industry is the only business where people think that they can just come into it and they can just do what they want and they can just do it. Yeah, I had people say, hey man, you gonna hook me up with that acting thing? Like if somebody's a doctor, I'm a Leo, Creole, I'm a Leo. If you're a doctor, you don't go to be a doctor and say, you know what, I know I'm supposed to use a scalpel, but I do it differently. I'm gonna use a butter knife. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? You want to come into the entertainment industry and change the process. And what Steve meant and what Steve was trying to tell Monique is, listen, there's a process. There's a process to success in this business. There's a simple process in this business, and there's a rhythm to that process. And there's a rhythm to that process, period. There's a rhythm to the process in the entertainment industry. Now, if you get into the entertainment industry and you understand that process, you get with the program, and that's what he meant, and you can ride it on to success, period. There's rules, there's regulations, just like every other freaking organization on the planet. This is no freaking different. It's just like every business have rules, organization, and instruction, and how to do it, and how to be successful. And you follow certain rules, you be successful. Now, what Steve was saying to her is, listen, you got to play the game. The game, what he meant was, instead of the game, you got to play the rules of the business. And the rules is, you could do a movie, you go out and promote it. But Monique wasn't wrong. It's not a 100% guarantee. But here's the thing, and it's rare because 99% of the people, unless they have kids, unless they have an economic situation, that they can't go, or another job, I can't go promote it, right? Monique wasn't wrong to say, hey, listen, right now, I can't afford it. Maybe we don't know. Well, she got $50,000 for the movie. Shit, Monique could have had $700,000 worth of debt. You can't be counting people's money. We don't know what her situation was. Monique could have just got that little money, and you got to remember, so she got 50. So half of it's taxes. Then she got an agent and manager. She probably got 15 grand out of that, and that ain't shit for her. So we can't count that. So she probably could not. She probably couldn't go on, because when you have to do these things, they don't give you no money. They fly you over here, but all of these weeks you're away, you're not getting paid, and it's costing you by not making money, especially when you just got an Oscar. So what Monique was saying was, and I just think she might have said it wrong to them, but what she was saying was, she said, listen guys, I would love to do this. I promise you on God's name. But my situation right now, I just can't afford to go and do all of that right now free. I just got an Oscar. I got to be here to try to get some work or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was, you need to pay me to go. I ain't gonna go. It wasn't that, but that's how it came off. And it sounds like Harvey was saying, sometimes you have to let your integrity go. You never have to let your integrity go. I think what he meant was sometimes you have to let your fight go. Let your fight go, and then follow the rules of the industry that you're in. Let your fight go, not let your integrity go. Your integrity would be exactly what it was. Now we want you to go free, and just do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Keep your integrity. No, but if it's straight up what Monique said, if she just couldn't afford it. And I understand that. Now you got to everybody think, oh, you get a chance to go around the world, and you get a chance to fly over here to Europe and promote the movie. Then you go over here to Cannes and promote the movie. Hold on, those are days and weeks. And those days and weeks, I'm sure Monique could have booked 2 or 3 jobs in those days and weeks. So the fact that they're not paying her and she's away not making money, she's losing money twice. She's losing the money she could make staying here trying to get a job, and she lose the money that you ain't paying her for being out there all that time promoting the movie. Now, it's easy for a person to go out and promote the movie when you paying them. You giving her $350,000, you giving her $250,000, $500,000 like she's supposed to be paid. Then now she got some extra. She got her shit situation going. Now she can get on the bandwagon. I can go promote all the shit you want me to go. Hell yeah, I'll fly wherever you want me to fly. You want me to fly? You want me to run? I'll take a train. You want me to take a bus? Give me the bus ticket. But you know what I'm saying? I just think it's all got out of hand, and the same thing, it got out of hand. Steve talking about the girl, Steve talking about the girl. Steve talking about the girl. Monique need to chill out. Monique need to chill out. All of that was wrong. I know what Steve said, but I don't think that's what Steve meant. And I know Monique is a sweet, beautiful, wonderful, and I know Monique was not wrong. And the studio wasn't, Oprah wasn't wrong, and what's his name weren't wrong. None of them were wrong. You are supposed to go promote the movie. And they aren't supposed to pay you any money. That's just this business. They don't pay you money to go promote the movie that you're in. That if it's a hit, you're going to be able to get another one, and you're going to get a big ass check because the movie was a hit. People don't know that. No one gets paid to go promote a movie. Now, if they do pay somebody, they'll pay you something. But they don't pay people to go promote the movies that they're in. That's just this business. You're not going to go in there and change the rules of the game. But that's what Steve meant. But Steve talking, sometimes you got to put your integrity. I'm not putting my integrity on nobody. What the fuck you talking about? But that's not what he meant. I don't think that's what he meant whatsoever. I think Steve meant that, you need to put your fight on hold. Put your fight to the side. And even though you couldn't afford it, even though it would have been a hard thing for you to do at that particular time, taking Steve's comments into context, had you put your not integrity, put your fight on the side and go, you know what, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's open, because you guys, and you know what I'm saying, I'm going to go out and do this. And even though I'm coming back broke as a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, y'all better not forget this shit. I think they would have never forgotten it. I think it would have been to her advantage. Big time. And I think there wouldn't be any all of this. I think we all agree to that. But again, I will say she was not wrong. She was not wrong. If you can't afford to do it, I mean, she just got married, I think she had a baby, what the hell, whatever it was, she couldn't afford to do it. But the studio wasn't wrong either, y'all. The studio don't pay you to go out and promote a movie. And again, I'm going to say it again. Oprah and Tyler have money. I don't believe that they threw her under the bus like that. No, not at all. Not at all. Because Tyler and Perry and Tyler own the movie. And Tyler Perry and Oprah are 100% correct. They were supposed to, every star is asked to go out and promote the movie. And most of the time the stars do it. Unless they have a job, another movie to go to or something, then they'll send somebody else to go. Then they'll say, you got it, yeah, then they'll go to one of the other stars, and one of the other stars, they'll send some of the stars over this direction, then they'll send some of the other stars this direction. So, but they always come and ask the actors. Tyler and Oprah didn't do anything wrong. They did it exactly standard industry operating procedure. And might I add you, standing operated industry procedure is no money for promoting your film. So just so you all understand Tyler and Oprah's position, they didn't do anything wrong. All they did was follow standard industry protocol. Monique, under her situation, Benita, exactly, yes, thank you. Monique, in her situation, and she explained it, but for some reason, the only thing I don't believe is the fact Monique said, I just told him I can't afford it. I can't, honey. I mean, I can't afford to do it like that, honey. I don't believe it happened like that. I don't think it would be that, because listen to me. I'm telling you, Oprah, Tyler, I would be glad to go. I'll do it. Dude, listen to me. I got 15 grand from this movie. Look at my bills. Let me show you this right here. I can't afford to fly to freaking for 3 weeks all across the country. I just got an Oscar. You know how many jobs I can get? Now, if Tyler Perry said, Oprah said, don't worry about it. We got you a job. I'm like, well, give me a motherfucking ticket. Give me the ticket. I'm ready to go. That's all I'm saying, guys. I love Monique. I love Monique. And Monique should have never went on there and said, suck her thing and all of that about Oprah and Tyler, because she's doing the same thing that she don't want nobody to do. You shouldn't be going off on talking about each other like this. And it's just not a good thing. I love you. God bless all of you guys. I'm going to sign off right now, y'all. Anyway, you are watching FlyMovieandKingTV.com. And I want you to hit the thumbs up button. Like this video. Make sure you share this video. And I'm going to be back again on Wednesday at 6:30. And I got a big surprise for you guys. I'm going to be giving out a lot of Hollywood inside scoop. Never before heard. Make sure you tell everybody this shit is going to be powerful. Might even be on CNN the next day. So you might want to tell everybody you know. It only turned Lee Daniels on. What is that? The fact that that she got into this argument? Oh, Lee Daniels was involved? Oh, yeah, he was. It was Tyler Perry. So it was Tyler, Lee Daniels, and Oprah. Damn, that's somebody you really don't want to pick a fight with. But the bottom line is, I don't think Monique, I can't say it because I wasn't there to hear what exactly was said. Made a statement. At least Monique stood to her principles. Actually, she sure did. She sure did. And Monique, and I heard her say, listen, I just couldn't afford to do it. I mean, I just couldn't stand. I couldn't afford to do it at the time. And you got to remember, there have been times when I've done movies, Life, Scooby-Doo, Harlem Nights, those big movies. Dude, I couldn't afford to. But I went on and did it anyway. I mean, he's supposed to go out and pour. All I knew is what? I got to do it. My agent, you got to do it? Really? Okay. All right. I'm going. I didn't know. I just went out and promoted a movie. And I didn't know. That's what you're supposed to do. And that's what I did. Period. And that wasn't giving up my integrity to go promote the movie. It only gives up your integrity when you say, I can't do it because I can't afford to. And then you do it anyway because you can't afford to. So then you feel like you gave up your integrity. If you never have a problem with it, then there's nothing, your integrity never comes into play. If you follow the rules of the game, then you never have to worry about your integrity being challenged because your integrity never comes into a dispute. Bam! God bless y'all. They didn't give her per diem either. Abdul, they have to give you per diem. So she would have got some per diem, but per diem is, probably $8,000-$9,000, a day or some shit while you're out, which is not enough for somebody who just got an Oscar, who's gonna be flying over there in Europe and all of that and all of that and all of that and all of that. So anyway, so no, but Monique told the truth. Yeah, Monique did tell the truth. Monique, what truth did she tell? All Monique told was that they asked her to go over there and they didn't want to pay her. That's automatic. Every studio asks every star to go promote the movie, and none of them get money. So what? She just told you what the business is. So I don't know what truth she told. It's just the way the business is. That's the way it is. I love Monique and I like Steve and God bless you. I like you guys. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. We gotta get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna get me something to eat. Probably go to crustaceans. I don't think I ate since 5 o'clock. But anyway, God bless you. Hit the thumbs up button, like the video, share the video. Make sure you subscribe to FlyNubianKingTV.com. FlyNubianKingTV.com. God bless you. I will talk to you later. I'm up out of here. I am up. If I can figure out how to eat. Truthfully, Lee Daniels is a snake. She may have other mixed feelings. Smokeless, wait, hold on. Why do you think Lee Daniels is a snake? I keep hearing everybody talk about Lee Daniels. I've never met Lee Daniels once since I've been in this business. And I don't know nothing about him, but why do everybody keep saying that? Is that because of that, what's his name, video that was out and he was asking him about $2 million? Well, anyway, I heard he gave him the $2 million back. So I don't know anything about Lee Daniels, except he's a producer. Thanks, man. Have a great night. King of the Positive Black Family Business Peace. Oh, Damon Dash. Yeah, Smokeless. Damon Dash called him out. Damon Dash called him out because Damon Dash, now here again, it sounds weird. Damon Dash was right, but Lee Daniels was also right. Let me explain to you. He loaned Lee Daniels some money to do something. But it was an investment that failed. So he said, I want my damn money back. Hold on. You invested me and it failed. Fuck you talking about? You ain't getting no money back. The investment failed. But then again, Damon Dash is right too, but hold on. That's true. But right now, what you got ain't failed, and it's making you millions. You can give me my damn $2 million back that I invested in you when you didn't have shit. And regardless of what happened for him to call him out and where they were at some concert or church or wherever the hell they were, whatever happened, I heard that Lee Daniels did give it to him. And hopefully he did come to his sense because exactly Lee was like, you know what? Because I think I heard on the interview, because you know what? He's right. I was like, whoa. He was like, he's right. He did give me money when I didn't have it, and I'm going to give him his money back. And I think that's the right thing for him to have done. And if Lee Daniels should have done this, he should have done this, and he'd have got more traction from just paying him back. Dude, you gave me $2 million, and it's been a long time. I'm going to give you 2.5. That's what Lee Daniels should have done. But, I can't give nobody else money away, and I can't call nobody. Miguel, they paid Lee. The project failed, but Lee was making money. He should have paid him. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he called him out at church. I don't know if it was church. It looked like it was at a concert, though. I'm sorry. It looked like church. He felt the fire coming at him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that because Lee Daniels in a position where, he got caught off guard. But I'm telling you, I guarantee you, Lee Daniels got the money to, he can. I ain't gonna worry about your ass running up on me again. If it was like that, I guarantee you Lee Daniels can fix it. It's like somebody's over here, somebody's over there, somebody's out there, and somebody's over there. Everywhere he go. And if your ass run up again, you're gonna get ran up on. But Lee Daniels, if he wanted to, so I'm not sure that they're running up on him. I think he made him come to the running up on him. Damn show got him because he shocked the shit out of him. And I do think it helped him come to the realization that he should have paid him. And I am glad that he did. I am so glad when I see brothers and sisters do the right thing. If I had hit the lottery for $500 million, I promise you I would travel around every single day helping and giving it away. So guys, wish I hit the lottery. Anyway, so wait, don't forget guys, I don't know if you guys read the story about the lady who went to get a selfie at the zoo and got too close to the cage and the lion bit her arm. She just stepped over the security barrier. That was protecting her from a wild animal to take a freaking selfie, and the animal bit her on her arm. Well, they decided they're not going to put that tiger down. So I'm starting a GoFundMe page to buy some steaks for the tiger. So I want everybody to cash at me $10, and I'm going to send steaks to the tiger. So God bless y'all. I love y'all. And don't forget, cash at me. Leave the wild animals alone. That's right. And I'm telling y'all, I'm going to send the tiger some steaks. So I'm going to need all y'all to send me $10, and I'm going to send the tiger some steaks, because go tiger.